I mean, she is legally blind and she is majoring in architecture at Georgia Tech. She just finished her junior year. Right now we're headed up to Washington, D.C., where she's going to be interning this summer for an architecture firm, an architecture and design firm. I mean, she's amazing and on to big things and always has been, and is one of the strongest young women I know. And, so it takes a lot to be successful, and even more so to be successful when you've got additional challenges. And, thank goodness she's got the brains and the fortitude to overcome a lot of the obstacles that have been in her way in the education system throughout her entire educational career. But it was just extremely frustrating when we were in the city of New Orleans and dealing with the school system there. Results, and a lot of times it was almost like you felt like not only the teachers, but sometimes people beyond teachers were just not behind trying to understand what it would take for her to be successful, which is, I mean, personally, obviously for my kid, it was a shame. But on a bigger picture, that it just kind of made me wonder how many students out there that were really falling through the cracks if they didn't have someone by their side to be able to kind of shepherd them through that and advocate for them.
Well, for Albert, I feel like it's not enough teachers for him.
There were 3 legally blind students in the middle and high school, which was in the same building. And there was one person in charge of enlarging the things for all of us. And I would go to her quite often, and she'd say, "I'm sorry, this other kid is coming in 10 minutes. I can't help you." And she'd sit there on her phone for 10 minutes and not help me.
We go to the IEP meetings and everybody's, everything's going to be great. Everything's going to be in line. But then you ask Devin, why none of your papers ain't being blown up? Why is this stuff, why is this paperwork? Oh, this one was supposed to do it. That was supposed to do it. And this one was supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody dropping the ball. For one,
when they don't let me inside the building, you call, you can't get a lead back. It's all email after email. I'm the type of person, you see me in person, you talk to me. I want to talk to you when it comes down to my kids. I don't want to email to email.
So when I was tracking the days that they were coming, I got up to, I believe, I can't remember the exact number, but it was somewhere in the 2 months that they did not show up. So I went to the school immediately and I was like, are you guys aware that the service provider has not shown up for 2 months? My daughter has not received any services, these Braille services. How is she supposed to learn? How is she supposed to excel? I know her teacher's trying her best, her regular classroom teacher is trying her best to give her the services, but how do you expect her to learn? And what if she learns wrong?
A teacher was saying that it was time for services, but I'm like, if he don't have services for it, what good is the IEP?
Y'all leaving these kids behind. Kids matter. That's what we were taught. Where we grew up, kids are our new future.
When I went for registration and they told me, Lighthouse don't deal with Orleans Parish no more, don't provide service no more. I'm like, so what is he supposed to do? Right. Well, they say, we don't have special needs like that, so whatever services he get is on you. Mm-mm. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah. They'll worry about a uniform than to put a child academics in place. You see a child failing, I give you his paperwork, he have an intellectual disability, put that in place. He has a problem. He's not, I'm not asking for favors. I'm not. I just want them to succeed. I just want them to be able to have a better chance in life, just like every other.
Anytime there was something needed of me, I hold my end of the bargain. So why can't you hold yours? The communication sucks. There should always be communication with a child, whether they have needs or not. Communication is key.
Okay, the school says the service provider is not in compliance. The service provider is blaming the school is not in compliance. I sat with both of them. I told them, look, I'm such a nice person. I don't mind whatever you do to me. But when it comes to my children, they are above everything. And just to find out who is not in compliance, I'm gonna sue both of you, and I don't mind doing that. And just to let you know, there is lawyers and professionals, they're sitting in Washington, D.C. just for this purpose. And they will give us that service for free with no headache, and they will destroy you. So, because it's about my children, I will take that steps.
I am their mother and their father. I'm just so worried that it is going to get left behind. As you can see now, a lot of things is going on with children. Children don't want to go to school. They breaking into things. I don't want my kids to be labeled. I don't want them to be left behind. Right now, Albert is an awesome kid. He loves music. Now Albert is saying, Mama, I don't want to go to school. I just want to make life easy for him. If he wants to go to car, why not? He can go to car. His school is 5 to 8 minutes from his house. If he fall, he make a boo-boo, I can be there for him. If he can't go to car, why he still can't be in the Inspire NOLA system? This is crazy. I'm not asking for favorites here. If he wasn't accepted in car, why couldn't he just stay in the system? That way, someone would still know him and he wouldn't be lost. Leave him to start all over again. That's wrong. He ain't gonna be able to start all over again. You know why? Because those people don't know him. He don't know them. It's frustration here. That's frustration. It's frustration on my part. I have to hear those cries and tears. And it's sad to say that it gotta come to this. Because all I ever wanted was the best for those babies. And for them to not to be walked over. And that's sad. It's gotta come to this. And the reason being, I just feel like they're not giving kids a second chance. They're giving up on them. And I would allow y'all to give up on those because I love them. I love them. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. I love them.
Good evening. I am Benita Abadi. I am a longtime educator. I started my career in 1977 as a special ed teacher for the New Orleans public schools. And since education is my passion and helping children be the best that they can be is my joy, I know how important it is for our visually impaired students to have a fair chance. Quite frankly, I'm seeing a different scenario of late. It just does not seem as if as much attention is being paid to the special needs of children. And I don't know really where the breakdown is. I don't know if it's communication. I don't know if it's finance. But I just hope that we can all get together, come to the table, and just really provide the special needs that our special children need. And it all starts with us working together and being sincere and really putting forth the effort to make it happen.